Hey, so you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Eshan Williams, and I am a patient here at ThrIVewell, and I do infusions for the Tepezza.
Awesome. It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
Just a couple of questions. Do you want to describe what your life was like before you had this diagnosis, before you had these symptoms? What was your life like?
I guess pretty normal for the most part. My confidence was high. Um, I didn't have any issues with not being able to, um, I guess, show my face or anything like that. I was just living life.
Not even thinking things people don't even think about.
Right, taking pictures, no
Right,
problems
right,
or anything like that. Just living normal, without
Yeah.
any restraints or anything because of you know this this disease.
How did it come about to where this was what the problem was? How did that happen?
I started getting pink eye very frequently, so I would go to the urgent care and they would just give me eye drops and tell me it was pink eye, it was pink eye. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I noticed that both my eyes were puffy, like bulging out puffy, and I made the appointment to go see an eye doctor. He told me that it could have been an allergic reaction and whatever I was using to stop. And at the time, it's been about a year, I had switched over to wellness products that were, chemical and toxin free.
Right.
So I didn't think that had anything to do with it. And then they took tests and it came to be that I had to go see an endocrinologist, and he told me that I had Graves' disease. Right. And with the Graves' disease comes the thyroid eye disease.
How did that feel?
It was a little scary, but in hindsight, looking back, it was something that kind of happened or started years ago because there were other issues that I started to go through, thinking that I was in like premenopause stage and stuff like that. So a lot of other things were occurring that when I went to my doctors, they were like, "Oh no, you're fine, nothing's wrong." But this, I think, was the beginning of the Graves' disease that no one caught on to.
Right. With certain conditions, you go and it's not just the first thing that comes to the mind, and you have to kind of root out different things before you, get a diagnosis. How did you find ThrIVewell?
My eye doctor, I believe, told me to give you guys a call, and I spoke with, I guess, the counselor there, who's been really, really nice throughout the whole process. And there was a center here, fairly new, and I started coming here.
Awesome. We're so happy that you have.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have you had positive experiences?
I have. Everything is good. The staff is good. The treatment is good. Um, you know, it's a very easy process when I come here. Nothing overwhelming. They make sure that I'm really, really good before I leave. I know one time my blood pressure was extremely high, so I couldn't leave until it was brought back down. You know, any questions that I have were answered, and they pretty much went through everything with me to tell me what the process was, and everyone on staff has been really, really
and that's what you deserve, and everyone else. So I'm happy that's been your experience. Before your very first infusion, how did you feel?
I was nervous, a little scared. I didn't know what any of this would mean. I,
of course,
try to self-diagnose and go online and Google and, try to find some natural home remedies or anything that can slow it down or stop it or whatever. But it was scary, very scary at the beginning.
Yeah, I can imagine. Um, After your infusions, how do you generally feel?
I usually am good to go home, and then when I get home, I get a little sleepy. I take a nap.
Okay.
usually, but aside from the nap, I'm okay. I'm good. I start to get, well, the first few infusions, I didn't have the extra fluid, so I would get the leg cramps at night that were very painful. And then once they started giving me the extra fluids after each infusion, the cramps are very minimal.
So you were tired, had cramps, and we corrected that with fluid
Right.
that helped you.
Right.
When you came to the center, well, what surprised you most, or stood out to you most, or shocked you? Something that was, stood out to you.
I just think the staff, was very nice. Not that it was a surprise or anything like that, but to come into an office where at every appointment your staff is genuinely nice and caring. You don't get that in too many places.
Right.
Even with the regular doctor's appointment, you may have somebody that's had a bad day.
Absolutely.
And it'll come off to you, in a way where it's just not friendly. But everyone here is extremely nice and friendly.
Good. That's awesome. So good to hear.
Thank you.